I do
So,
too. All right, everybody, I'm back. I am a technical fumble bum when it comes to all this, but I think I've got it all together. We're back with Andrew Collins and Helena Reznor, and I have the first video loaded up, and let's watch it. And I hope I can do this. That's all I can say. I have no idea how I'm going to get out of this video, but I will try it anyway. Here we go.
Fast. A plane? I can't tell what it is. Whoa, is that moving quick? That could be a drone. I don't know what the hell that is. But that is quick. There's only one remaining right now.
All right, let's go to another one now, I
oh
hope.
wait, hold on, Jay. Keep playing it because the orb shoots down that drone.
Whatever that green flashing one is, he moved quick around it.
And now look what happens
Get it.
here. Right here, when the drone approaches the orb.
Super quick.
Girl, camera.
He's like
Taking
right there
forever.
with it.
Okay, here we go. Drone approaches
Oh,
orb.
he's like right on it. Oh, ooh, 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 that whatever it was just shut down the drone. If that was a drone.
Wow.
Orb is deactivated. Or no, the drone. The drone.
The drone deactivated?
Holy crap.
Yeah, the drone flies into the orb and then falls to the ground.
Okay, now I gotta figure out how to get to the next video.
Hold on, I think we should talk about this.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I mean, okay, we obviously have to look at every video individually, as to what's going on and whether it's genuine or not. Um, this looks genuine, and I'll tell you for why. Firstly, the person's all over the place with the recording. That is something that, if you're trying to create an AI video, the chances are you're not going to be doing that in quite the way that we see here. So that's a plus point.
Yep.
Um, but secondly, as to what's going on, I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously at least one of these objects could be an orb, at least one of them could be a drone, and and clearly, as Helena said, one's knocking the other out the sky. But would a drone fall in that way with its lights still going? I don't know. I mean, it is possible that both of them are orbs, and that they're just putting on a display, as
No, no,
mentioned earlier.
it had blinking lights like aircraft. To me, the thing that entered the orb looked like a drone because of its blinking lights.
Yeah, but as I said, the drones, I think, sorry, the orbs could themselves mimic
All right, we're back
drones.
less than 24 hours later with another drone interaction
There's
with an
another
orb.
one.
This is over New
What are we
Jersey.
seeing
All I
here,
know about it
Helena?
is that this was a repost from somebody who was in a Facebook
The
group.
drone has entered the orb
That
and
person had filmed this interaction. You
is
can see
doing it again.
there's another orb circling the larger orb. And it kind
Okay,
of
these are
flies
two
away
orbs
from it.
then. Maybe.
I just posted one earlier today from Phoenix,
Yeah, that's sort of
Arizona.
dancing
And then it's going to
each
cut
other.
to R. This very
That
clearly
looks like a
one of our
drone, the red
drones
thing.
or something
It does.
man-made. I can't tell if it flies in front of it, but
It touches
passes
it.
down and then it shoots off.
So
It's
this
gonna
one was
replay it
not
again,
deactivated.
but honestly,
Okay.
it's getting insane.
This was not what?
Deactivated like the
Yeah.
other
Lack of
one.
information that we're getting from this whole
I mean,
subject is
obviously,
really
whatever the
disturbing,
white
and the fact
object
that
is
it's
difficult
happening
to
more and
see.
more.
I mean, the
I mean, this is the third video
the
I've seen
drone, if you want to
today
call it
of
that, is obviously in front of the other object. The two are interacting in some way, as perceived from the point of view of the person that's filming it in the first place.
Yep.
As to exactly what's going on here is difficult, but there does seem to be a relationship between the two objects.
Yeah, it's very strange. I
The
have to
drone
say.
and the orbs. This is pretty
The
real
orb.
video. I'm quite sure this is real. All over the internet.
That would
Those does look like craft. That looks like physical craft.
They do. I agree.
Okay, again, I mean, it could be genuine because of the actual angle that the video is filmed, which is very odd, which tends to suggest it's done by somebody that's an amateur.
Yeah.
And therefore it could be genuine. If it is, as to what those objects are, I have no idea whatsoever. I mean, it could be a swarm of drones, it could be something else more otherworldly.
Yeah. I agree. Okay, we got that one.
I hope we can play that Jesus one.
Okay.
Now these lights are being seen everywhere. Just flashing, darting lights.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Not quite orbs, but yeah, maybe orbs.
Yeah.
It's like a freaking battle.
What do you think, Andrew?
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, interesting again. I mean, I think what is important to always
Las
remember
Vegas.
is that a large majority of UFO videos are hoaxes, are fakes.
So you think that
Um,
might be a
I,
hoax?
I'm not saying it is, but we always have to remember that. That looks weird. I mean, quite clearly, whatever's going on is going around in a circular motion, some of it with incredible speed. If it is genuine, then yeah, I don't think
Yeah, what is
it's
going
drones.
on?
It has to be some kind of orbs. But
Yeah, that is
the
bizarre,
patterns
dude.
it's creating, the movement is very fast.
Like, what's
In
going
fact, maybe
on,
even
man?
too
Like, there's
far.
one circling.
Okay.
You see that
I
one
agree with
circling
that.
over there? And then they go away.
I love to hear these people talking about what they
Okay,
see.
now watch as they combine. Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
they're getting really close.
Yeah,
Each
what
other.
is going on there?
Oh, one
Yeah, he's
disappeared.
gone.
Oh, they all disappeared.
They all disappeared.
Yeah,
But they
I
all
mean,
appeared as well in the beginning.
again, they could easily be orbs. I mean, obviously the voices of those you can hear seem to be genuine. So yeah, that could easily be orbs.
Looks like orbs, acts like orbs, smells like orbs. Okay, another drone orb interaction. Now this is all just from the past couple weeks. Oh,
Okay, I'm going to suggest that could be somebody using a laser pointer.
yeah, they'd need to change the colors because only the green laser pointer could go up that high.
Yeah, but obviously it's hitting cloud behind it, so that is possibly a laser pointer.
Interesting.
All we know is it's a dot of light,
Hmm.
which could be an orb circling a drone. Could be.
Yeah, I think it is a drone in the center. Yeah.
Yeah, that's man-made. Oh, we cannot do the Jesus one, it looks like. Now that looks like a drone.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
looks
that's a
very
drone.
regular.
Yeah.
Or it's an aircraft.
Or an aircraft.
Now, I would have only put this in the file if something interesting happened. So let's see if an orb's about to come in or something. Oh no, this is one of the more clear videos of the New Jersey drones. That's why I put this in here. That's weird.
Something went by it. There was a door.
Something went by it. Yeah.
It's one of the V-shaped craft. Those are ours.
Those are ours.
Yeah. I mean that's definitely some kind of technology. And I'm going to assume that it is more like an aircraft than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, it has the blinking aircraft lights. Now, okay, this is happening all over the country, especially the South.
Oh yeah, that is weird.
Oh, you don't have the sound for this.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
I don't think that I could download the sound. So yeah, all over the southern part of the US
Wow.
and even now on the in New England area, all these car lights and city lights, street lights are just going ballistic. Look at all the cars in the parking lot and there's a later video of the cars just all going off simultaneously. Anyways,
Wow.
this started happening when the drones started being seen in these respective locations.
Well, they have The plasma has an effect on lights and stuff.
Oh,
So,
unquestionably. I mean, it
Yeah.
acts as an EMP.
yeah,
Obviously, it would have various strengths, whether it be quite weak or very strong. But it
Worcester,
could
Massachusetts
very
right
easily
now.
affect.
Lights are going crazy.
Just having trouble buffering.
by the way,
What's going
that's what happens in
on?
ghost sightings too, by the way.
This is weird.
There's always electrical problems when people see ghosts.
Yeah, that video didn't
Absolutely.
really work out as it. I think it was having trouble buffering, but basically the lights are flashing in this town once again. But yeah, people's radios are being messed with. The clocks in their cars are being
Oh
messed
yeah,
with
that's right.
when the
Yeah.
drones are around.
Yeah, I have heard some of those car radio things, and the two that I heard, one of them was quite odd, but both of them seemed to have what was quite clearly slowed down
What in
human
the
voices.
ever-living fuck is
Here you
that?
go. Look at this one. This
Oh
is
my
CGI.
God, it's so
I'm not going to be
scary.
happy.
What is that? I'm not even tripping. Oh, that's so scary.
Person's reactions indicate that it's real.
Oh my God.
Okay, I think the problem with
Like, I'm
this
not
is
tripping,
that
right? That's
there is no
What
point of connection
is
with
that?
the
That's an
the
Oscar.
horizon or anything to give you
I think this is
perspective
it.
of what that
I
is.
think this is them aliens.
I mean, it looks very odd.
It looks like
but-
plasma, I think.
Yeah, but yes, yeah, it does. But as I said, there is no reference to the size of it, or its
Yeah.
positioning in relation to the horizon. So it's a very difficult one
We saw
to
this one
make
already.
anything of.
Yeah. Okay, how about this one? We got that one.
I wonder if you can do some of those news pieces where they accidentally ended up filming orbs.
This is the one we just watched, right?
Yeah.
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 Not easy here. Okay. So that was that one. This is a good one.
This is crazy. God, look at it.
Okay, right now this one was uploaded onto a site that also had
That's not a
the USS Enterprise from Star Trek Crossing the Sky. So I wouldn't put an awful lot of credence in this one, in all honesty.
All right. I'm glad you're debunking it. I appreciate that.
Well,
I
if
mean-
it is
I mean,
real,
I
it's human.
just want to, just say it as it is, really. It's pointless perpetuating something that's either a fake or a natural object
Don't
or
want to do that.
something that's easily explainable.
what is
You know,
that?
we're looking for stuff which is clearly different.
Yo, that thing is not far from me right now. I can't do I'm standing out here watching.
Yeah, and I've seen this
Like,
one. This
getting
is
really
a very
close. About
interesting
to jump
video.
my car, man.
So you don't believe this one?
No, I do. I think. Well, I
You
mean,
see it?
look.
Oh, look at the
It
reflection on the
looks
water.
genuine to me. It looks genuine to me, and unquestionably, if this is
water.
genuine, this
Yo,
is plasma. No question about that.
I think this is
Um,
genuine.
And
because
it's
of the
it's
reflection.
acting in a manner
Yeah.
which
over there.
suggests that it's intelligent. I mean, there is a
Yeah.
slim possibility that this
Shit.
could be
Be
some kind
whatever it
of
is. I don't
bioluminescence,
think. Might be.
but I don't think it is.
What would be giving off bioluminescence that would be that shape in the air?
Insects all gathered together. But as I said, that's just a possibility. It does look very much like plasma to me.
Yeah, like a sky snake, I would call them. I keep getting
Yeah,
reports
it's nice. Yeah.
of these plasma snakes in the sky.
What the fuck?
Use the message.
Yeah, the videos are kind of staggering, but we get the point.
Well, I mean, there was a frame of reference there. You did see the ground.
That's
So
very
that's
helpful.
good.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're zooming in.
What?
I mean, the only possible logical explanation with that is that it is some kind of balloon.
Oh, come on. It's so bright and it's so bright and so high up. Why would it be giving off so much light
True.
if
No,
it
absolutely.
were
I
balloon?
agree.
That is
But
that. I mean, if that's real, that is plasma. If that is
That
real,
oh
looks
yeah,
like the
absolutely. No, I
that
agree.
looks like
Agree.
the Native American pictograms on
Sure, sure. Yeah.
what do they
Uh,
call it? The human that has his arms up.
that's right. The one that they link with, plasma and
Yeah, plasma storms.
and coronal mass ejections and stuff
I'm
like a
like
going
that.
with this one
vortex.
as being real.
Yeah. No, I mean it's interesting, very interesting, but it's not definitive. It could be something more mundane, particularly as it doesn't seem to be doing anything
That one.
that's
They don't usually, orbs usually
otherworldly.
just hang out. They aren't usually up to much when we are looking at them.
That's the
giving off
problem.
its
That's the
own light,
problem.
its own light
You-
source. I think
So
that
we got this crazy video. This was recorded at Hamilton Lake in New Jersey last night. So watch. You can see orbs. Well, you can see two orbs. One of them is ejecting other orbs. Seems to be shooting orbs down towards the ground. But watch this. It is shot down and explodes. I don't know what shoots it down. But this is wild. I mean, I really don't know what's going on here. Every video seems to be getting crazier. Watch. Boom. It's hanging there. Here, I'm going to play it in slow-mo. You can see it explode. There's still the other orb hovering above it. And honestly, I don't know what to think about this. Like I said, Hamilton, New Jersey, filmed last night.
Now
I had
let's
to
go to the next one.
Well, I mean that's actually quite an interesting one because you do appear to have orbs there, and one of them clearly explodes. That's exactly the type of effect that you would get if plasma exploded. Yeah, that's unquestionably the sort of effect. But okay, what have we got here?
This
That
has
looks
gone
mechanical.
viral. This has gone viral, and people are comparing it to Ezekiel's wheel.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's certainly what it looks like.
Jay, I just found out if you type in orb and Jesus into YouTube, it's the first thing that comes up is that woman's video where the plasmoid's responding to her. If you want to try and do that at some point before the end of this.
Yeah.
So yeah, oh yeah, this is interesting. More structured craft that we're seeing here.
Oh yeah. That could be ours.
Well,
Fuck yeah, it is.
yeah. Well, it's kind of morphing a little bit.
Is it?
Yeah, it's moving around a little. It looks like the Tic Tac, but not bright.
That's definitely hardware.
Yeah, well, it's certainly material in nature,
It's moving.
and it's moving of its own accord through the air, but it's not doing anything that's specifically otherworldly. So it could have a mundane explanation.
Yeah.
This is
What is that, Mom?
What?
Ma, you see this?
No. Holy shit!
What
What
is-
the hell is that?
What is happening?
Cursing.
You guys see this?
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know what I just saw here.
Well, that's definitely technology, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whether it's created by us or by somebody else. The lighting is odd.
human made.
If it is a drone, then that's completely unlike drones that are made for domestic use.
And that's why people are freaking out about these drones is because they look
They're not
completely
moving.
unlike what we know.
Stationary.
Besides, commercial
This is
drones
the
don't have
Capitol
lights
building.
on.
They're
Right here.
hovering.
Washington, D.C.
Look at the lights changing.
Yeah,
It is moving.
No, it's not.
It looks like it.
Yeah, but they're not moving. That's an airplane. Hang on.
Which one? The one closest to the Capitol building?
Hang on, let me zoom out a little bit. Yeah, that's an airplane.
But the one in the middle, that one.
That's an airplane. You can see it moving.
Yeah.
The one to the right. We're over
The
here.
one going behind the Capitol building is not an airplane.
We're over here. That's an airplane. Okay.
Yeah, over there is, but look at
Yeah,
that one.
and I'm saying, like, when you look to the left of the Capitol,
That one's
those are not moving.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
That's a pretty good video.
They're here.
Could be anything, but why are they over the Capitol
here, Ella.
building?
Well, that's a good point. I mean, I suppose that you could say that they were for helicopters. They could be drones. They're not aircraft if they are not
They
moving,
could be-
unless they're aircraft coming towards you.
They could also be
from a great
orbs.
distance.
It's hard to tell what those things are.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh my fucking god, I'm freaking out.
Okay. I can tell you now what that is. That is the human voice slowed down dramatically. And I know that because I make weird music myself. And when you slow down the human voice, that's exactly what it sounds like. So what somebody's got to do here is to speed that up and find out what it's actually saying. I mean, the fact that it's coming through a car radio is weird. You know, there's no reason for that at all. And there's more than one.
Okay, legit. I had to like pull over and like pull this back up because I thought maybe it's a car party, right? There's a bunch of like those weird looking Tesla vehicles over there, and I thought maybe it's like a car club. They're just all meeting up.
Yeah.
And
in some ways, the flashing lights
it's a Thursday.
Best evidence for plasma.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's definitely activity related to electromagnetism.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, this is almost like a sort of very mild form of what you'd call an EMP or electromagnetic pulse, or what you would expect as a result of that.
Right now, the mystery is intensifying surrounding unexplained drone sightings that have happened here and across the country. Want to check in with WCPO 9 News reporter Taylor Woods, because Taylor, this has been a huge topic of conversation online, on social media over the weekend, and one of the latest sightings was actually here in Ohio.
Yeah, that's right, Kristen. It happened late Friday night at Wright-Patterson Air Force just outside of Dayton. And that's when the Air Force Base had to shut down its airspace for several hours while officials worked to figure out exactly what was going on. But at that same exact time, an airport in New York had to shut down because of similar drone sightings. At this point, it's unclear whether the sightings are related, but lawmakers are pushing federal officials to do something to make sure the American people are safe.
They're all drugs.
There's a couple.
I'm going to co-sponsor legislation.
I mean, firstly, there's a couple of important points there. Firstly, some of the footage you're seeing is actually stock footage that they're using, because other people have said this. The Wright-Patterson did not release any images of what they actually saw from the base that caused it to close down.
Interesting.
But the other important point here is this shows the seriousness of this drone situation. You know,
What the fuck is that? That is so weird. That's not a plane.
You know, airfields like Wright-Patterson.
Wright-Patterson out of all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just keep going until you've got to go, because we started a little late on these.
Okay.
Okay, so that looks like plasma to me.
Yeah, that does look like plasma.
And that's a lot of these sky snakes. A lot of the videos are cylindrical, luminous filaments.
Guys, I got some amazing footage for you. Look at this. This is straight out of New Jersey about 3 days ago. A gentleman was using a high-powered telescope that he was observing a UAP, and basically zoomed into this object here, and look at it. What is that? I'm going to enhance this video a little bit to kind of get some more of the finer details and see what we're working with. So like the other day with that lady who spoke to that plasmoid and it reacted, look at this. It's kind of similar. If you look at the underneath, it looks like there's some sort of propulsion there. I'm not sure. It could be a 4-dimensional object in a 3-dimensional plane.
Yeah, I think we
There you
got
go.
that.
Right. Okay. Now, here's the important thing about this particular video is obviously I don't know what the hell you're actually looking at here. It could be genuine, it might not be. But the fact that this guy is talking openly about plasmoids, I think is very, very interesting, because it is it's a perfect example of the fact that people are using this term readily.
That's not a plane.
This type of phenomena.
Yep.
That
Yeah, if this weren't staggering, you could see how wildly this orb
that's
is
going
moving.
way too fast. That's not.
Now it changes in strength. It's
That's
luminosity.
not my camera.
That's not an airplane.
I had to go run in and get my camera. Nobody's gonna believe me.
If it were not staggering, if it were running smoothly, the way it moves is fast.
Look at
real
this thing.
fast, sharp turns.
Is he?
And you guys know they don't have lights on commercial drones.
Well,
You'd be
if
crazy
that's
to fly a drone at night. You would surely hit something.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know what that could be. Could be an orb.
Look at this motherfucker. Look at him spraying.
Use the language.
Look at that.
Sorry for the children.
Okay, okay, that's an aircraft on the right.
Yeah, but
trail
it's
is an
spraying
aircraft.
something.
The sky again.
No.
Look
Well,
at
I mean,
Oh, this is fucking crazy, man.
it's the angle that it's being filmed at.
Okay, well, a lot of them have been filmed with these streaks coming out from underneath them.
Yeah, that's aircraft contrails, or if you want, chemtrails. That's what you're seeing here. It's just at a weird angle. That's all.
I believe the drones are spraying because I've seen at least a dozen videos of it.
No, that's an aircraft. Sorry, in my opinion.
Spraying.
All right. I'm glad you're doing this. Clearing up a lot of misconceptions.
Well, I mean, as I said, in some ways, it almost doesn't matter what these videos are showing. It's the fact that they're being discussed in terms of other worldly phenomena like orbs.
What the fuck
Well,
is
there's a
that?
possibility that could be a swarm of Chinese lanterns. A swarm of Chinese lanterns, perhaps.
They were moving, but they're not moving.
But they're moving very slowly. And obviously,
Yeah, but some of them are way too big. Some of them are huge in size.
Well, yeah, but be careful because, that's clearly zooming in, I'd say.
But look at the ones at the bottom. They're tiny compared to the ones at the top that are enlarged, huge. Wouldn't the Chinese lanterns all be uniform in size?
What is this?
No.
The kids just pointed it out. We're in Surprise, Arizona.
That's interesting.
And this thing has been flying around like this.
Because it's disgorging objects that very much is.
Oh, it just shot real fast.
A very common phenomenon with plasmas.
Yeah, that was real, I say.
I mean, if you look at the videos from, let's say, Hessdalen in Norway, I mean, there's a very famous video that was taken by the scientific study group over there that shows an orb disgorging other ones and like moving forward as it's disgorging. Incredible piece of footage.
This is in Cornwall, near you, Andy.
Yeah.
And this is from about a week and a half ago.
Well, I mean, what's immediately interesting there is that you're dealing with something that's going one way and then another. I mean, obviously, there's a chance it could be drones, it could be some kind of aircraft, the coordinated aircraft practicing some kind of display.
What is this? The kids just pointed it out. We're in Surprise, Arizona.
We just saw this one.
We've seen this one, but I do find that of interest. That one.
Yeah.
A lot is going on in Arizona right now, including the drone that was deactivated. That was in Arizona.
But I think I say what's important is that people are looking to the skies for the first time, and they're capturing orbs, plasmas that are probably there all the time.
Okay, that's weird. That's weird.
Yeah.
Definitely a helicopter following something.
Yep.
And that one's real. That one's gone viral, and it's everywhere right now.
What the fuck? Oh my god! What the fuck? Tata! Tata! Tara, snimaj! Moram naše telefon. Eno ga.
It sounds genuine. It sounds genuine. That looks like a plasmoid.
You know, things like this are.
I'm finding 2 videos you can't play to email to you, Jay. The orb that responds to Jesus, and then the Channel 7 ABC News that caught the orb.
Fire or something.
Then you can play them.
Ooh, look at this. What is this?
It's like, I thought it would be round. It's not round.
Yeah, on the sky.
That looks like plasma.
On the sky. It's a space jellyfish.
Oh,
no, everything
look at-
here is from the past couple of weeks.
Oh my gosh.
What is that? What is that?
It's turning.
That's plasma.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to see exactly what's going on. It's obviously very much zoomed in, but it appears to be reflecting off of water. I think I'm right in saying that. There's a body of water there. So that makes it quite interesting.
No, the moon. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, the moon.
This one's a weird one.
Wild looking crap in the skies. Holy piss. Hello.
That could be Chinese balloons, I'm afraid.
I don't know what's going on. I hope these are in focus. Look at this.
It could be because they're all rising.
Chinese lanterns, I'd say. Unfortunately, this is the problem. You know, people don't really know what is in the sky. So they are using, you know, their camera phones, presumably, to capture stuff like this. They're zooming in, and it's looking very, very weird. And you can hear...
In the month of December
the fact that the
2024,
people don't know what's
an
going on.
enigmatic X-shaped object was discovered hovering over the northern region of New Jersey. This discovery not only further bolstered a growing series of suspicious, unidentified drone sightings across various cities of the region, but also attracted wide-scale attention in the local and national media outlets. While in considerable number of detailed reports on these...
Oh, that could be a chemtrail or something.
It's weird.
Doesn't look like, no, it's something else, but I'm not quite sure what. Again, it's heavily zoomed in and blurred because of it. So,
this one,
not sure. They definitely look like Chinese lanterns.
Look, they're hearing it disappear now.
They should quit smoking Chinese
I mean,
lanterns.
you know, they're not doing anything unusual. They are just floating in the sky. That would be the most obvious answer to those, I'm afraid.
Whoa! What the hell is going off?
I'm going to say that's CGI because the camera's not moving.
Okay, but
that's a good point.
I've come across dozens of videos with these weird lights that are just.
Yeah, that's a really good point because it is locked down. That frame is locked down. So, yeah, I agree with that one.
Yeah. Fortunately, I know my CGI.
You do, yeah.
Yeah.
Jay, I did just send you an email with 2 links for videos you're not really pulling up in the folder.
I'll have to mess with that. Okay.
Okay. Well, you've definitely got aircraft there.
That's aircraft for sure.
If anything's drones, it could be this. I mean, they look like human-made drones or helicopters. Something.
Yeah, that could be drones.
It's
but it could also be aircraft coming in.
Over LaGuardia Airport, you know, do they normally have drones just hovering above LaGuardia?
Well, no, but you're going to see a line of aircraft waiting to land, and if you zoom in on them, they're going to look something like that.
Bro, what is that, dude? This is clear out over Anklote. It hasn't moved. This is no bullshit. We're at my house. just hanging out. I'm on an iPhone.
Okay.
Bro, again,
that's
they
pretty
have to be about
convincing.
6 miles over
Yeah,
the
it's
ocean.
out of,
We live right on the
it's
water
out of focus, so
here.
you know, that makes it look much more mysterious than what it actually is.
What is that, man?
It's not one of the more compelling videos.
No, I mean, the trouble is there's a number of videos like this that are clearly planets. Probably, you know, the planet Jupiter is the one which people definitely seem to be mistaking for some kind of orb or drone or whatever recently, because that's very prominently in the eastern sky, particularly soon after sunset, and it then moves up into the south.
Can you guys see this?
No, not yet.
Okay. May not be able to show these emails because I'm not hooked up. All right, I'm going to get out of sharing. I think we've seen enough. How do I get out of this?
Anyways, we clearly saw some things that were technological. They had the blinking lights, which is in accordance with, you know, aircraft, human-made aircraft in general. Some look like drones that we've never seen before, which is why they could very well be, you know, some military technology we have yet to be aware of. But then we also see what appears to be orbs. And honestly, the most compelling one is the orb that responds to the woman talking about Jesus and God. That there's no way that could be hoaxed. I mean, it's the most compelling orb plasmoid video I've yet seen. Have you seen this one, Andy?
No, I haven't. I will look, obviously. But as I said, unfortunately, all of this is simply videos. As you say, you know, you could be looking at natural objects, you could be looking at technology, drones, aircraft, helicopters, but you're also definitely looking at orbs, I'd say. So what have we learned from this? And I think it's terminology. I mean, the fact that we are continually referring to them as orbs is something that's almost certainly now going to go into the Oxford English Dictionary.
Yep.
You know, orbs, plasma objects seen in the skies, you know, thought by some to be, intelligent in nature. I think this is it. I mean, people are not calling them earth lights. They're not calling them spoke lights or will-o'-the-wisp. They're calling them orbs. So we are looking right now at the beginning of some kind of new phase of interest in UAP. And in particular, we're looking at the objects themselves as the intelligences. They are living beings in their own right. We're not just looking at a nuts and bolts spacecraft here that's got intelligent beings controlling it inside. We're looking at a new form of life.
People are talking with them, interacting with them, saying, moving this way, moving that way, with the orb to follow them in the sky. People are really looking at these as, a lot of the times they're saying angels, but sentient beings, and not, you know, structured craft, not space vehicles, but actual living beings. And this is just this past month that this took the internet by storm all of a sudden.
Yeah, I think this was a very useful exercise, and that Andrew kind of helped us straighten out what is CGI, what is airplanes, and then what are real orbs. And there are definitely real orbs in there. And so I think that this clears up a lot of confusion.
And sky critters, you know, the filaments of light, they're related to the orbs. They're probably both made out of plasma. They're not always going to be in a spherical shape. Sometimes they look like a snake or a slug.
Yeah.
Or a sea creature.
Yeah. And they can transform depending on human interaction. You know, what we call the observer effect. That if you actually look at the phenomena, if it is genuine, it has the ability to shapeshift quite literally into something more familiar to you. And I mean, there are cases in the past, for instance, where people have been looking at mysterious lights that have suddenly transformed into Jesus. At Hesdalen, for instance, in Norway, close to Christmas one year, they saw lights suddenly form a Christmas tree, quite literally in front of them. Now, this wasn't a joke. You know, the lights actually formed the shape of a Christmas tree. And obviously the observers thought, oh, that's great, that's funny. But quite clearly the phenomena is responding to human interaction.
Can I share my screen? Is it working or no?
I don't think you can. Wait a minute.
Is it working?
Yeah.
It's working?
Yeah.
Oops, we don't need that.
Oh.
So we can see what I'm doing now?
I can see it.
I've never done this before, so if I just type in Orb Jesus to YouTube. It would work. Or I just sent it to you. Oh God. See, now my internet isn't working. I can't believe you haven't seen this one yet, Andrew. This is the most compelling of all of them.
There it is. Second one.
Yeah, I know. It's whoever's sharing the videos has this buffer problem, it seems. All right, let's see. Okay.
Oh yeah, we have a buffer problem.
So you have to wait for her to actually speak to it.
But this is the human interaction which I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, if this is a genuine orb, then...
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
Wait until you see its reaction, Andrew. Come on, lady.
I know. That's definitely an orb.
It takes a while to get into it, but
that's kind of cool.
It's about to get very interesting.
Can you talk to me?
Okay, she's not looking at this as a craft.
Can you hear me?
She's looking at it as a being, clearly.
Jesus loves me.
Now look at the orb go. Look at it go.
Oh, you know Jesus.
I'm excited.
Well, this is human, what we call human consciousness interaction. You know, I mean, her observation, her communication, and it's not necessarily that the object's hearing her at all. It's the way her brain is now interacting with the orb to cause it to noticeably shift or change.
Yeah.
This is an extension of what you might call the quantum observer effect,
right? That
is going on a subatomic level with, you know, experiments, you know, with things like you know, subatomic particles and whatever. It's the observer effect or the observer principle. The fact that we're observing this phenomena, we are interacting with it. You know, eye-to-eye observation means that we are connected with it. Our brains are connected with it. Our nervous system, our consciousness is connecting with it. And there is every chance that it will respond to that.
Yeah, it's a line from the movie The Mothman Prophecies. You noticed them, and they noticed that you noticed them.
Yes, exactly.
Yep. Dust orbs.
News captures drone. Well, it's a shame that only some of those videos will play because there's a giant folder of stuff, but I think we get the point.
Yeah, no, you did a good job, and Andrew helped us all now understand a lot better what we're actually looking at. And each person, you know, you have to sometimes if a plane is flying straight towards you, it looks like it's still. It doesn't look like it's moving, but it is. It's just the angle that you're looking at it.
Yeah.
And then there's CGI, which we have to be aware of. CGI is very difficult to do with a moving camera. So if it's a lockdown camera, that's probably CGI.
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, as I said, there's a fundamental change going on right now in our approach to UAP, and that is the introduction of the concept of orbs and plasmas, plasmoids. And I think that's the best that we can take out of it right now.
I agree.
And that's brilliant. That's brilliant because these are ideas that myself and I know Jay and Helena, we've been, pushing for years, that people should be looking at the UFO phenomenon in a different way. This is that different way. Yeah. So let's hope this is the beginning of brand new plasma research into the idea of UAP being plasmoids. And of course, we've got this term orbs now. Yes, the term orbs has been used for lights before. It's been used for lights that appear on camera images, but it's coming now into pop culture, and I think that's really, really important.
I totally agree with you. I think that's an amazing thing. It comes on the heels of those two scientific reports that came out in 2024.
Exactly.
On the heels of your books that you've been putting out, and also Robert Temple's been putting out some interesting books too about all this. And on the heels of Helena and I making our documentary. So
I've got one more just to close us out. Now the news is actually
when things like this are happening, it seems everyone starts to look up, like my crew and I have been here in Mendham recording this video that you're looking at right now. We have no idea what it is, if it's a natural phenomenon, because it could be, but this is why so many municipalities are now asking people to reach out and send their videos to them or to experts who might be able to sort out what they're seeing. And
just like the other one we just saw.
There's so many people looking up and making those recordings because this mystery is one that needs to be solved. For now, we're live here in Mendham Borough. Tony Yates, Channel 7 Eyewitness.
You notice how it looks like a mist inside the ball? And I'm convinced that's where the word mystical came from.
True, but be careful. That image that we saw was out of focus, and also there was no point of reference. So we don't know how much they were zooming in to that. I mean, what I would recommend everybody does is get, phones with incredibly good cameras on them, because you're going to need them in the future if you are going to be going out drone hunting or orb hunting in the future.
That's good.
The way filaments, it looks like it has this circulatory system or nervous system within it, like it's energy or electrical meridians running through it. It looks like what Andrew would call an organelle, plasma organelle. And unfortunately, I guess we couldn't play that video of what looked to be like a plasma mitochondria stuck in a tree, wiggling around to free itself. That's a very odd video. One that maybe you can put in post, that shows what appears to be almost like a mitochondrial organelle, but quite clearly very large and quite clearly stuck in a tree, or at least adhering to a branch of a tree. That is a very interesting video. Of course, it could always be a fake, but it does give the impression of being genuine.
Yeah, there's a video, I think I sent it to you a couple months ago, where it's a trail camera, and a fox is interacting with the orb, and they're kind of playing with each other. He jumps over the orb, and the orb kind of spins around, and so there is this interaction that it goes on, and I believe that interaction is the most important part of the whole orb plasma experience, because they're trying to communicate with us.
Yeah.
Can we see this? Can you guys see this?
I can see it on the screen. Yeah, if you can play it.
Okay, so this is what Andrew only really got super interested in this once I sent him this one, it seems like.
So I guess these people have found
come on, guy.
a drone. like oval shape.
Look at wiggling. The things inside of it.
Never see a drone like that.
Well, that's a pretty good video.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is clearly very odd.
Images and analyze it in a.
That's
and it's clearly in a tree.
Forensics identifier.
There's things inside of it moving around.
Yeah, that's a good video there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you got to discount the fact that there's not something behind the tree like a lamp post, with a light in it that somehow penetrating through the branches, but it doesn't. I can't see the post of a. So, I mean, it is very, very peculiar.
What the hell?
See, there's a spotlight, it seems, on it.
Mm.
But
somebody shining a light on it?
Yes, but why are there things moving around inside of it is my question.
Mm.
I don't know.
And you thought that looked like a plasma organelle, is that what you called it?
Yeah. I mean, it looks like a mitochondrial organelle. And in some ways, that's a good term for the intelligence of these plasmas or plasmoids, because of the way that they act. I mean, that they are like the cells in the body. They illuminate in the same way. They're intelligent in the same way. And of course, where do we get the term plasma from in the first place? It's the way that bodily plasma moves around, and its relationship to the internal functions of the cells of the body. That's where that term comes from originally. I go into great detail about the origins of plasma in books like Light Quest, but also in Origins of the Gods, which, as I said, I did with Greg Little. So I would certainly recommend them. Light Quest is, if you want to try and interact with this phenomena, this is the book to have. I mean, not only does it give accounts of plasma interactions all the way around the world, but it tells you how you can possibly start communications with it, meditations to do, how to act, how to react. I mean, see if you can seek out that book, Light Quest.
If you're a member of Amazon Prime, it's free. So I don't know.
It is?
No,
I don't get any money for it.
It's not free. I just got it.
If you're a member of Amazon Prime, it is.
I'm a member of Amazon Prime, and I just bought
I just got it like 2 days ago.
Do you mean you downloaded it for free?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Well, go for it. Go for it.
But anyway, it's one of the best books ever written on the whole subject. I would put it up there with Robert Temple's new book, and it changed my life. And I had, I finished reading it, and I had a plasma experience in the San Luis Valley with living creatures. And then, like, I don't know, 10 days after that, you guys are sitting at a restaurant in my little town, and I walk in there. I've never been in this building ever in my life. And I walk in there and I'm like, that guy looks just like Andrew. And that's how I met you, Helena. And so, it's weird. It's weird coincidences, and you were down there in the valley because of the deep space episode that I had made about the orbs in the valley. And it's just one of those weird coincidences in life that it's kind of haunting in a way. So I don't know if the plasma beings had something to do with it or what, but I kind of have created a more a view of what was going on, that the reality is kind of plastic and movable and shapeable, and I believe these plasma beings have something to do with that. I'm not sure what, but I do. And definitely read Light Quest, especially the scene on the what's that mound in England?
Silbury Hill.
Yeah, Silbury Hill. I've been up there. That's a weird. Yeah. That whole story that you tell about Silbury Hill is has to be one of the weirdest of all.
And the Avely case where they drive into a time storm or a plasma mist and have missing time. Those are incredible stories of plasma experiences where one can be transported into a plasma bubble universe or interact with plasma intelligences, beings. angels, fairies, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's a multifaceted phenomena that we're dealing with here, and one that we seriously need to get to grips with on a scientific level. And I think that we can do that. I mean, there is enough within quantum science today that can explain a lot of these ideas. Also within string theory, within the form of string theory known as M theory, which deals with 11 dimensions of space and time. I mean, once you start looking into these, it does provide the opportunity to explain some of this phenomena sensibly. And that's the direction that we are going in. And as you pointed out, there are at least 2 new papers within the last year on not just plasma physics, but the idea that plasmoids can be seen as intelligent beings. And I think this is an incredible advancement, and that we should be encouraging this.
Well, I'll point out that the October 2024, and I'll link these reports to this, the October 24 report talked all about the dangers of airplanes and these plasmoids. Yeah. And all of a sudden, we've had this whole flurry of plane crashes in the last, since the plasmoids appeared. It's been very strange. I don't think I've ever seen so many airplane crashes compressed together in my whole life. And I don't know if there's a link or not. I don't want to panic anybody, but it is strange.
So in conclusion, it looks like we are at a tipping point. The drones are out for a reason. We don't know why. Maybe it's a distraction. Maybe it's some kind of psyop. But it seems to me like we also have the phenomena of orbs monitoring the situation and even intervening in the situation at times is how I'm seeing what's going on. And it doesn't look like the story is going to stop anytime soon, because it's just been going full steam all December. And it looks like every single day there's more and more accounts of usually plasmoids. It's less and less drones and more plasmoids, but the drones seem to stay near the plasmoids and crop up in the same locations.
Does seem to be some kind of interaction between them for sure.
So are we on the brink of, what are we on the brink of is the question, because these things are out and about for a reason now. What could that reason be?
Well, I mean, it may well be that this has been going on for a long time, and we've only just begun to recognise its presence. And whether this be to do with the Jones, I mean, we know that, for instance, various foreign powers are creating not just thousands but millions of drones now. I mean, the Chinese, for instance, have put in an order of one large corporation to create 1 million drones military drones before 2026. 1 million. I mean, and that's just one order. So we know that the drones are not going to go away. They're only going to increase the sightings. But what this has done is given us an opportunity to look into the sky and see what else is there as well.
And with that, I think that's a perfect place to end it. Thank you guys for coming on Reality Check and clearing the air about all this. I think it's really important that we learn how to discern what we're looking at, and also understand cameras lie. They do, and they don't always tell the truth. So as long as you got a camera between you and what you're looking at, there's going to be some distortion of reality. That's just the way.
Have we entered the age of orbs officially? Are we now in the age of orbs?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what's
you
going
heard
on.
it here first.
All right, you guys. Thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it.